Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On second down, McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Gun.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Watch the screen.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd and 9, Newton. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bobby Wagner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
3rd and long, it's Newton. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Al Woods able to record his 5th sack of the season. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the second quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the first quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Check. 14.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. Out to his left.
Number 3, Russell Wilson, keeper. The tackle by Brian Burns. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Newton to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Lockett. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now Wilson on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. They go play action now. Wilson.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Gun.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Set. Ready. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, 0.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On first down, Carson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's going to let this one. He's got a man. Complete. The 30. 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. 83 yards as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
He's coming, double up. 14.
Now it's Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. first time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Carson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap, came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Wilson now off the bootleg. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
You got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be fourth down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. The Panthers going for it on fourth. Newton. They will find his man. That's Hogan complete. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Al Woods able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, here's Newton. It's caught. Smith. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Al Woods in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score.
He's not going to get me.
But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. So the lead has now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
It'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. He'll find Metcalf. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And he is is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They run again with Carson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So the